When you've decided to become a pilot, the first thing you have to do is get your private pilot's license. And at the end of that course, you're going to take a flight test with someone from the Federal Aviation Administration. And they're going to ask you to do particular maneuvers. This maneuver I'm going to show you is called steep turns. According to the Airman certification standards, these are the skills that you must demonstrate for steep turns. Before we get started, if you do enjoy this content, please support the channel by doing one of three things. First, which is absolutely free, subscribe. Second, go into the description, click on Keyboard Flight Academy, and join Keyboard Flight Academy, where we teach you how to fly as real to life as possible in your simulator. Last, click on any of the Amazon links below. You don't have to buy the actual product that's being listed. If you have something in mind, click on the link, search for it, and purchase it. This actually still helps us out, and it can be literally anything. Now let's get back to the video. The first thing you have to do is clear the area, and that consists of turning 90 degrees one way and then 90 degrees the other way. While turning, you're keeping your eyes out for any aircraft that might come into your flight path as you are doing this maneuver. Second thing is to establish the manufacturer's recommended airspeed, or if one is not available, an airspeed not to exceed VA. VA in the Cessna 172 is approximately 105 knots, so it needs to be below that. So the first thing we're going to do is we are going to do clearing turns. And clearing turns are just turning 90 degrees one direction and then 90 degrees the other direction, looking for any aircraft that might come into our flight path. There's about 90 degrees one direction. Now we're going to turn the other way. 90 degrees the other direction. Looking up and down for any aircraft that might come into our flight path. And there's our clearing turn. Next, we're going to want to pick a speed. And 105 is our maneuvering speed, so it needs to be below that. And if we remember, the airspeed requirement is 95, is 10 plus or minus. So if we were at 95, plus 10 would be 105. So 95 is really the top airspeed you would want to pick. So we'll go ahead and get to 5,000 feet, and 95 would be a good speed and altitude. And then we can pick this heading right here because it directs us towards this valley in the mountains. So we can click this heading bug. So we're going to be rolling out about 010 or 011. Okay, here comes 5,000. Let me zoom in so you can see this. 5,000 feet right here. We're getting close to 95. We're going to trim for this speed and altitude, and right about here we can start the maneuver. To start the maneuver, you're going to roll into a coordinated 360 degree steep turn with approximately a 45 degree bank angle. So 360, that means wherever we started out, this is the heading I bugged originally, we're going to go all the way around 360 degrees and end up there again. And 45 degrees of bank, this shows you your bank, and currently so this would be straight and level if this arrow and this arrow lined up. Then we have 10, 20, 30, and 60, and between 30 and 60 is 45. So between these two big lines is the 45 degree bank angle. So your arrow wants to be pointing here. Next, you need to maintain the entry altitude plus or minus 100 feet. For me, I picked 5,000. So that's anywhere from 4,900 to 5,100. You can see 4,900, 5,100, anywhere in between there. And then you need to do airspeed plus or minus 10 knots. I believe I was pitching for 95. So 95 right here. Your lower limit would be 85 and your top limit would be 105. And bank plus or minus 5 degrees. So this one's a little hard to tell where 5 degrees is, so you really want to be as close to the line as possible. and roll out on the entry heading plus or minus 10. So whatever this heading is, it's plus or minus 10 from there. Okay, so here we are about 95 and 5,000, and on 011 we're going to go ahead and start turning, and we want to get to the 45 degree. You're going to want to put in a little bit of extra power as soon as you start. So there's the 45 right there, and I'm right at 5,000 but sinking, staying at 95, so I need to pitch up a little bit more. We are decreasing speed, so add some power. Stay at that 45. There's 5,000, 89, 90. Getting a little low on speed, maybe a little more power. Here comes the heading. We want to turn out within 10 degrees. So right there, 95, 5,000. I think we stayed within our means. The final item is to perform the task in the opposite direction as specified by the evaluator. So if you were doing a check ride, they could ask you to do it in the opposite direction. Since we did a left-hand turn, the second time would be a right-hand turn, but all the speed, altitude, heading, and bank angle requirements would be the same. If you do enjoy this content, please support the channel by doing one of three things. First, which is absolutely free, subscribe. Second, go into the description, click on Keyboard Flight Academy, and join Keyboard Flight Academy, where we teach you how to fly as real to life as possible in your simulator. Last, click on any of the Amazon links below. You don't have to buy the actual product that's being listed. If you have something in mind, click on the link, search for it, and purchase it. This actually still helps us out, and it can be literally anything.